Hi there, what's going on everybody? It's JB here with another episode, and in the last episode you may remember that we signed Tazanubi, the new guy from Manchester United for 6.6 million quid. That was our only deadline day signing. There he is, Axel Tazanubi. And he wears the number 18 shirt for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, Ramos is out for 2 weeks for Real Madrid, but that's unrelated to what we're going to be having, because it's Manchester City at home for us. Lost against Newcastle last time out. Could we get back on our merry way, winning again, or getting points against Manchester City? We needed to if we wanted to win the league. So let's get over to Turf Moor and see what happened as we took on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. And a warm welcome to Turf Moor as Pep Guardiola is in town. As his Manchester City side come out, they're in 10th place at the moment, struggling in the league. Burnley a point behind, so the 3 points is a must for the Clarets today. With West Brom and Tottenham on their tail, it really is an important game here for John Stutzy's side. Remember, they lost against Newcastle last time out, which was a really disappointing respect, but this is the Burnley lineup as follows: Tom Eaton in goal. Then it's Trippier, Shawcross, Mir Taylor, the usual suspects in the back four. Then you've got Schürrle, Cork, Defoe and Welbeck. Welbeck on the left and right hand side, and with Ings and Chris Wood up front, so that partnership continuing there. And Tazanubi, the new man, starts on the substitutes bench. Pep Guardiola's star-studded City lineup is a good one today, as they start with Edison, the goalkeeper. Then it's a back five of Walker, Savic, Company, Otamendi and Smelser. And then it's De Bruyne, Gundogan and Fernandinho, with Fabalaba and Falupa and Jesus up front. And no place there for Sergio Aguero. Raheem Sterling is also amongst the bench as well. Referee in charge from West Yorkshire, Martin Atkinson. 5 minutes gone. Here's Welbeck. Infield to Ings. Oh, he hits it first time and just wide of Edison's post. So a really good strike by Danny Ings. And him and Chris Ward and Danny Welbeck are in scintillating form this so far this season. Welbeck playing in an unusual position on the left hand side, Schürrle on the right. And here's Edison's kick. Company gets it away to Gundogan. Falupa. Here's Walker. Up against Taylor. Defoe intercepted, but Fapola's won the ball back and shoots just wide. Little respite there. And the player to watch at the moment, 13 goals this season, Chris Wood. Danny Ings only 3 goals behind on 10. But the men have all got the catch is Harry Kane on 14 goals. But the New Zealand is not far away. Here's Trippier. Schürrle. Cork. Lovely football this from Burnley, going through the middle, and Jack Cork here gets into a shooting position and puts his effort just wide of the target. Really good enterprising run here from the former Swansea and Southampton man, but just wide of the target. But a really good move from John Stutzy's men. This is Schürrle. I showed too much of that to Otamendi. Here's Fernandinho, back to Otamendi. City really struggling in 10th position at the moment, struggling to really get results together. But here, giving it away again to Ings. Ings for Burnley, good save by Edison. And behind for a corner. But that was good football again from Burnley, nicking the ball off the City rear guard. And then Danny Ings in a super 20-yard shot. And the goalkeeper getting 2 good fists behind that ball to palm it out for a corner. Stephen Defoe with it. And it's dangerous and that save, and almost an own goal in fact, which made the save that little bit more special from Edison. There's the ball in, and it comes off a defender, I think, off the defender's chest, and Edison almost ended up red-faced. And behind for another corner, which Schürrle will take. In towards the area, and kicked off the line and behind for a corner. Meanwhile, Gundogan has been injured. Here's Fernandinho, De Bruyne, still De Bruyne, Fernandinho for City, and it's in. City take the lead against the run of the play. A goal that they barely deserved on it because they have been second best for most of it. But Burnley's woes continue, and City and their supporters in the cricket field stand celebrate. He got it off well. Tom Heaton never stood a chance from the moment he shot here. And City are in front against the run of the play, and that's disappointing really. Burnley 0, Man City 1. And that's the man who's got it, Fernandinho. It's his third of the season. And it puts Burnley's backs right up against the wall now with 2 minutes to go to half time. 1-0 down. Here's Schürrle. And he's fouled his man. And this could be a yellow card. Oh, it's red! Oh, that's controversial. I'm not sure that's a red card. Certainly a yellow maybe at best, but never a red card. He's slid in, yes, he's took the man, but not maliciously in my opinion. I think a red card's very harsh indeed. And Burnley's nightmare is continuing. Defeated Newcastle the other day. Now they're a goal down and a man down. And a 3-1 minutes now to hang on with Schürrle. That's a bit harsh, I have to say. Maybe Martin Atkinson just overreacted slightly. Another foul here. Burnley are in desperate need of something now, of a break, and it's going to be I think, is it going to be another card here for Trippier? Trippier's, I think, still he sensed that the Schürrle sent it off. Shawcross having to come and comfort him here. But it's going to have to be... Oh, it's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating here for Burnley. It's a yellow card at best, the Schürrle sent it off. And I'm going to put it to a poll. Should Schürrle have been sent off? Well, let me know in the comments. And this poll below us, De Bruyne takes the free kick. It's an easy one for Heaton. And there's boos all round for the referee because, well, it's a yellow card. Should De Bruyne should Schürrle have been sent off? Yes or no? It's the poll verdict. But Burnley are a man down and trail to a Fernandinho goal after 43 minutes. Half time, Burnley 0, Man City 1. So we're into the second half, and Burnley harshly down to 10 men come forward. Defoe! Well, that was a big moment in the game, and Defoe put it wide as Fopolo gets replaced by Raheem Sterling. But don't forget to vote in the poll. Should Schürrle have been sent off? Yes and no is the thing you can vote in the top corner of your screen. But meanwhile, there's a corner taken by Defoe towards Ings. And City could be on the break here. The man advantage could well play into their favour. And Fernandinho's making a good break. Sterling down the right. It's a poor ball in fairness. And Trippier intercepted it. Now Defoe now for Burnley. And now he's got Ings in behind. Oh, and the goalkeeper stays. But he was hit tamely by Danny Ings in all fairness to him. And it's smuggled behind for a corner as Savic comes off. And John Stones now comes on as an extra centre-back to try and preserve City's lead. And meanwhile, Tom Davis, the man signed from Everton in January, is going to come on here to replace Jack Cork. And Burnley must go for it now. They may as well go for it, even with 10 men on the field. Jesus. Good ball by him. Sterling. 2. And that could complete a huge humiliation for Burnley. Reduced to 10 men and now find themselves 2 goals down. A breakaway goal. And it could be 2 defeated 2 for the Clarets. They're looking down the barrel here. But Jesus playing a lovely ball forward. Off Charlie Taylor. Sterling was definitely onside. And passes the ball past Tom Heaton. And Burnley's afternoon goes from bad to worse. 2-0 they trail. And maybe that red card has taken its toll on the Clarets today. Maybe it's not going to be their day. Sterling gets number 2. And 23 minutes now for Burnley to find 2 goals from somewhere. Here's Welbeck. Still Welbeck. Oh, he might go all the way. Welbeck! Oh, good save. Good save by Ederson. That had to really go in for Danny Welbeck. He couldn't have hit that any well if he tried, but it was just too close to Ederson. But he got a second opportunity. Welbeck, it's a nice ball to Brady. And Brady's got acres of space to cross it in. Welbeck's in there. Still might come here for Burnley, but Jesus will get it away from Manchester City. And here they could catch Burnley out and sting them on the counter. This is Sterling who got the second. And Jesus comes forward and De Bruyne comes forward. And this could be problems here. Kyle Walker. Oh, good defending there by Burnley. Gets it up to Tom Davies. And he'll relish this down the midfielder. Finds Defoe. 14 minutes for Burnley to save themselves. They need to score this time. It's Danny Ings. They've scored this time. Ings has pulled one back and Burnley could still save it even with 10 men on the field. Turfmore believes again. Here it is again, the lovely ball forward. And as you can see, Ings getting away from his man and firing it into the back of the net. And Turfmore believes again. The 10 men are back in business. It's Burnley 1, Manchester City 2. And we're going to be for some finish now. 11th of the season for Danny Ings. 2-1 Man City. Well, we're now into stoppage time now, and Burnley must score next now. Here's Tom Davies. Good run, Brady could be used, but Davies is going all the way. Davies! He's done it! The 10 men have done it! And it's Tom Davies, the genuine transport signing from Everton, who's just saved Burnley a point. And how crucial that point could prove to be. A beautiful side-footed shot by Davies, and into the net it goes. And pandemonium has just hit Turfmore here. It feels like a victory after all these injustices. The red card and the 2 breakout goals that Man City got. Well, they've all been wiped out by Tom Davies and Danny Ings before. 2-2, a dramatic end. And there will be no more time. Wow. Don't forget to vote in the poll. Should Andre Schürrle have been sent off? Yes or no? Top corner of the screen. But Burnley, what a comeback with 10 men. They trailed to goals from Fernandinho and Sterling in late on in the second half. And then a comeback of titanic proportions in the last 15 minutes. First Danny Ings. And then the substitute Tom Davies at the end. Saving Burnley a precious point. And how crucial could that be in the title race come May? It's finished here and remarkable at Turfmore. Burnley 2, Manchester City 2. And remarkably is the word I have to describe it as, because mind you, Schürrle now picks up a ban, which we could have ill afforded at this stage of the season. So a bit disappointed about that. We have to go away to Swansea next up as well, and Robbie Brady has been sold. But that will not happen until after the season. So we still have Robbie Brady for the rest of the season. So we still have Brady till the end of the season. So, but at least with that in the bank as well as our transfer budget, at least then we can go out and get the players we need to do well with. But so great performance there to come back from the dead. We're still a point behind Chelsea, but we're still there. That's the important thing. If we'd have lost, it would have still been. I think it would have been. It would have been at least 3 points the gap. So to have it down to 1 is a remarkable achievement. Man City, in fact, stayed 10th on goal difference. Newcastle, Brighton, and Everton. Everton could be relegated at the end of the season. Who would have thought that? Mind you, they're not doing well in real life. They just sacked Ronald Koeman on this very day today, as we're recording, and that's a bad thing for them. But and he's taking them down here on this game as well. So. Yeah, that's just about it really for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. We've got some big games to come in the next the next 3 episodes. We've got some real good games. In fact, FA Cup draw has just been played away. We're playing Watford, as you can see. Preston are still there, involved in the 5th round as well, so important. And then there's Swansea to come in the league, and then obviously there's Watford in the cup, and then that big final between Crystal Palace and ourselves to decide the first major trophy of the season. And there's some big games coming up in March. Then there's going to be the FA Cup thrown in for good measure as well, should we get far in that. Arsenal and Bournemouth to come. So plenty to look forward to. But a great performance, a great comeback of titanic proportions as we save a point against City. Join us for the Watford game. Till then, take care.